The second terrible coworker is what I like to call the jealous acid thrower. Okay? The jealous acid thrower is the next terrible coworker. Okay? So when we quit that job with Geraldine, we moved from Ontario all the way to Vancouver to a new lab, which this is where I'm in today. I'm in Vancouver, stuff like that, right? We moved to this new lab, and at this point, I have 10 years of experience, okay? I've been working across Canada for the last 10 years. I am a god at geochemistry, okay? I'm amazing at it, okay? I get to this lab, and they could only hire me at like one of the lower positions, right? Because they were just full and I was just doing an internal transfer. So they're just like, hey, we know you're better than this. We know we can promote you later, stuff like that. Just stick it out for like a couple months and then we'll internally promote you to a supervisor or something like that. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that, right? So I get put on the floor where we do the experiments, and there's another new guy. And this other new guy, his name is Jing, okay? And I don't mind if I use his real name because he's a fucking asshole, okay? Jing is the son of the owner of the company, okay? I hope you guys already see where this is going. Jing is the son of the owner of the company, okay? So this is already getting off to a good start, okay? Yeah, oh yeah. And Jing wants to be a professional perfume maker, okay? He doesn't want to work in geochemistry. He wants to be a professional perfume maker, okay? And Jing has a chip on his shoulder that here's the problem with Jing. Jing's opinion of himself is up here, and his intelligence is like down at the floor, okay? He is stupid, okay? And he's working with deadly chemicals, okay? He's working with nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, aqua reagent, bromic acid, hydrofluoric acid. I'm not sure if you guys understand how dangerous hydrofluoric acid is, but hydrofluoric acid, you get one drop of it on you, right? And it will eat its way through you so fast that you won't feel it until it hits your bone, because the second it starts hitting your bone, it's slowed down enough that you can feel it, and then it bores away to the other side and there's a hole through you, okay? That's how dangerous like fluoric acid is. We're working with cyanide, we're working with potassic cyanide, we're working with sodic cyanide, we're working with a lot of dangerous shit, okay? Yeah, this great combination, stupid and dangerous. Not only is it stupid and dangerous, but it's also jealous, okay? So at this lab, they had a quota system, okay? So every single time, yeah, mercury, exactly, we had mercury too. So, we had a quota system. So every single time you finish an experiment, you would write on the board how much of the experiment you completed, okay? And then the next person, when they completed experiments, they would write how much experiments they completed. And at the end of the week, it would tally up how many total experiments you had. There was goals to hit. There was like bonuses that if you did more experiments than what was the standard, you get extra pay, stuff like that. Like there was incentives for doing well at this job. Okay. So Jing, this is his first year doing this. Okay, this is his first month doing this, okay? So, me and Senny, because we've been doing this job for 10 years, we're very efficient right off the cuff, right? We're putting out hundreds of samples a day, we're rocking and stuff like that, and Jing is just learning. So he's doing like 35, 60 samples a day. Meanwhile, I'm doing like 150, 200, sometimes 300 samples a day, okay? So Jing starts trying to fudge his numbers. I started noticing that when I left for the day and I came back, my numbers would be down because it's just a whiteboard, right? It's just a self-reporting whiteboard. My numbers would be down by like 50 and his numbers would be up by 50, or my numbers would be down by 100 and his numbers would be up by 100. He would literally just go to the whiteboard and reorganize how many samples been done today so that he was winning that week. Literally. So I called him out on that. I'm just like, bro, I have a picture here of what I wrote you were here overnight and now the numbers are changed. Stop. Okay, bruh, exactly, right? So then he got caught on that, so he stopped doing that. Then, because he's being so slow, okay, they asked Senny, okay, to teach him how to do his job right? But Senny is a female, and he is the owner's son, and he thinks Senny is beneath him. So Senny, he doesn't listen to Senny at all. He ignores Senny. He actively does stuff against Senny's instructions, okay? Like, dude, he would just basically ignore her, even though she's done this for 10 years and was trying to teach him, trying to help him, right? Then he decided, oh, I'm going to steal Jik samples and do shit to them so that I get the credit for them. But when he would steal my samples, he wouldn't know what part of the process they were in, so he would mix the chemicals improperly and burn them, or cause bad chemical reactions to go off, okay? One time, he was mixing it with hydrofluoric acid with cyanide, okay? And if you guys don't know what happens when you mix hydrofluoric acid with cyanide, when you mix cyanide with an acid, cyanide turns gaseous. It turns into a gas that will instantly kill anybody who breathes it in, okay? Literally will kill the entire laboratory. So I run over there, grab his arm so he doesn't do that. Like, no, dude, stop. He takes the hydrofluoric acid, you know, the stuff that will burn through your bones, and squirts it at me. Purposely shoots it at me. Okay? So at that point, I had a fucking enough of that shit. I took him, grabbed him by arm, was like, okay, bitch, you're coming with me. The acid missed me. The acid completely missed me. Okay, it hit my gloves. Okay, it hit my gloves, which are resistant to the hydrofluoric acid. It missed me, but still, what the fuck? I grabbed him by his arm, took him to my boss, and I was like, dude, I've just been assaulted by this guy, and this is a workplace incident, all this kind of stuff, right? They protected him. They protected him. They didn't do anything about it. They gave him a little scolding, like, no, dingy wingy, you shouldn't do that. That's a naughty thing. And they did nothing about it. So I left. I left that job. I went from that. I literally, that day, I quit that job and I got a job in the Arctic. No, I got completely out of that place. That place was dangerous. Both me and my girlfriend at the time, we both left that job immediately. It was just too dangerous. You know what? At the time, you know, I should have sued. Absolutely. At the time, I just didn't have the will to. There was a lot of other stuff going on at the time. And like, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. This is dangerous. I don't want to die. I'm leaving this. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I just want to leave. I just want to get out of here. It's not safe here. You know what? There's a lot of stuff that I could have done. And me and Senny talked about it a lot after the fact. And we kind of just let it go after a time. Yeah, no, we 100% we should have got the police involved. 100% should have got the law involved, stuff like that. After we left, Jing also got fired, by the way. So like after me and Senny quit, I guess there was some like internal investigation of like why we quit and stuff like that. Jing got fired as well because we had connections in that lab. We had friends in that lab, stuff like that. Jing got fired about a week after we quit, even though he was the son of the owner. But yeah, the important thing was that I was okay. We didn't all die. I got the fuck out of there. Literally got the fuck out of there. And just as an FYI, Jing was a fat slob, okay? This guy would used to take his meals and open mouth breathe over girls' shoulders. He was whatchamacallit? He was the kind of guy, like he was predatory. He was just like, oh, you're pretty. Like this guy was fucking gross. Not so much a mouth breather. Well, yeah, a mouth breather. But what do you do is like he would come over girls over their shoulder, be like, "What are you having for lunch?" And like try to touch them and stuff like that. Everybody hated this guy. This guy was fucked. Okay, and that's only the second bad coworker story I have. I got 2 more, chat. I have 2 more of these, okay?